friends with the Cadiz collaboration. I'm here with the fabulous Nicole with Summa International, and they are a purchasing company. And Nicole is the vice president now, which is so amazing. So I'm so proud of you because we've known each other for so long, for like 15, maybe plus years.
I know.
And I've just seen your career change, and it's like just amazing to actually watch that happen. And I'm so proud of you. And it's like being kind of a big sister to you over the years.
Yes,
has just been like really special for me, and just been great to like see that evolve. And I know sometimes we're not always working together lately, but it's just always like, I think what we love about the hospitality industry is running into people like every 6 months or every 3 months, and it's just like, it's like family. It's so special.
And you are special to me because you've always been my biggest cheerleader, and you bring this wealth of knowledge, and you know all these people, and you've always just taken me under your wing. So I love you forever for that.
Stand up for your position and yourself, and even like financially, and we've had those like tough conversations of just being women in business and kind of how do you grow as a woman in business. So I think I always like appreciate that.
I love you forever for that.
So Summa has been doing you've been doing such amazing work, because I think you always have first you always have the funnest team. So I know you have like 19 people here this year. So and Bryce is here.
Bryce is
President of Summa. And you really just have grown the company into an amazing. I think really you coming on board years ago and making that shift because he was in Hawaii, and you really brought a great value to him as a partner. So it's been that's been amazing to see, because there's been such a growth since you coming on board for that, which is great. And I think kind of like, I don't know, you just always have like really diverse clients, and I think that's kind of like, you're not doing the typical, projects. You have some tricky ones. You have like, you opened up Soho House in LA, which is really special. I know you just finished Kona Village. And you have Amman. So those are pretty prestigious
We like the
names.
complex projects. And we like the projects. We have a tendency to lean towards more boutique, more luxury, which is great. And I think it's because, before I was doing purchasing, I was a designer, and so I get excited about those projects. So for us, it's really a collaboration with our teams and bringing visions to life and such. And so we get very enthusiastic with our owners and trying to make things happen for them.
But I think also just your energy leads a great team. So I feel like that's been really good as you've been building up your team and delegating and kind of like, just
Cheer
enhancing
captain.
that. So what's the special secret sauce? 'Cause I feel like there's something special about Summa that's different than other purchasing agents. And I think there's something, I don't really know how you kind of like label that secret sauce, your branding, and what's been going on for you guys.
Well, I think like when I started and I onboarded, I didn't really know what that was either. It was kind of like a new venture for me, so I was learning as I go. And as we've evolved, I've always just kind of looked for, similarities and work ethics and passion in hiring and bringing, other employees into the team as we expand. And so we are much more, we've grown into a team that we're not paper pushers. We really do care, and we're invested with our clients and our designers, and we want our design team to be just as proud of the project at the end of the day as ownership is, and so we can all celebrate, and there can be recognition, but I think that we bring that level of service that I know is a little bit unique, because purchasing, we kind of get like the bad rap, you're like, oh, your procurement, how exciting is that? When you have a procurement company that is, doing jumping jacks and it's coming up with creative solutions and working together, where we try to be a yes team, and we try to be proactive and mitigate issues before they really become dumpster fires.
They're going to happen.
They always happen. It's Murphy's Law, right? So it's like, how are we going to fix these options? So
what's been kind of, okay, so now we're past COVID and everything. What's kind of been going on for you guys and kind of seeing, because there have been some, challenges and logistics and, supply chain and stuff like that. What do you feel like? Is that kind of evened out right now?
That has evened out. I mean, we're not paying nearly what we were paying for shipping containers as we were during COVID and all that. But I feel like we are up against, we've always dealt with, clientele that doesn't really understand schedules and unrealistic time frames and whatever. That's not anything that's uncommon.
I think we always forget, like, it doesn't start till the check's cut.
Right. No, that they go, oh, we're onboarded. Okay, we start now. And I'm like, no, we start when I get your money. It's like you give your money. But that is always an issue. But I think just we're so busy as an industry, and like some of our vendors, I don't know why, I haven't figured this part out yet, but some of the things that we used to be able to hold them accountable for, we're not as flexible with that, and sometimes we kind of get backed into a corner a little bit in ways that I don't remember that happening. So it's just I think we're all still trying to figure out the ins and outs of where this new life. Like, what are the boundaries, with things and such.
And I did for us during COVID, we got through COVID because we had a lot of projects that were new construction. So that kind of coasted us through because they already got funded before. And we're seeing a shift now. We're probably like 60-40 PIPs versus new construction. So that's been kind of a change for us. So where do you see kind of with all the PIPs and people who didn't do work, are you picking up a lot more work from that, or are you kind of more focused on these key kind of specialty clients?
That's a great question. I feel like a lot of our projects right now are actually still new construction, although we have some big ones and iconic ones that are PIPs. And so for us, I think it's both. I mean,
No, exactly. Okay, so my history my husband's father was an architect. He actually did the original Kona Village. Yeah, because they used to go there all the time. We have like a family house in Kauai, so we have this like big. My brother-in-law is an architect on Kona, so we have this like history.
Well, that project was so special. I mean, that project was like years long, and it was like, okay, we're digging a hole, and all of a sudden there's bones, and now we have to stop, and trying to respect that culture and heritage, and that is like the most sustainable project I'll probably ever work on in my lifetime. But it's very unique, and I got to see it after it's been completed, and it's very special. I mean, it's a healing place, and that is definitely one for the books.
Cool.
It'd be hard to beat.
I'm excited to go
that's
there.
Cool.
What's on your horizon? What are you looking for at the show? I mean, the show just opened, so we're not really sure what's great. I actually just went to Milan. I went to Salone, so it was actually really nice to be inspired by different manufacturers and different things. I feel like I've been just a little
jealous.
bored. I know, it's good.
I come to the show because I'm starved for that. The designer in me wants to see the new things, what's happening out there. I mean, things are changing and evolving so quickly. It's hard to keep track of everything. And being a vice president now and not actually being in the weeds with our designers day to day, I'm like, what does that mean? What happened there? So, I want to learn about the newest. I mean, on the way here, I went to the Safe Mark booth, and I was like, I have to go meet Lorraine. He's like, you have to come back. And I'm like, what's this contraption on your wall? And I've never seen this before. He's like, that's what we have to talk about. So things like that. I plan on going back there, and I want to see, what's available, how much does it cost, how much is it going to take you to make, all the usuals, but also just to see our friends and have a good time and kind of let loose and
I think what I love about
celebrate.
Your spirit of kind of like tying into Bryce from Hawaii is that Ohana, and kind of like you have this like family, so something like this family within the hospitality industry again, which is another bigger family, and you kind of bring that, which is awesome.
Well, yes.
So we're starting a podcast called Elevate Hotel Design. So I'd love to have you on our podcast.
I love that.
Soon, and we could find a great place to meet up and kind of talk about that and kind of make it quick.
Count me in.
So, but it's always great to see you, and I appreciate your time and love you. So.